Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You already read the title, you already saw the thumbnail, so you guys already know what we're doing today. Little disclaimer before I talk more, I am sick, so I'm not gonna be like really hyper and loud how I usually am because I have a bad cough and my throat like actually hurts. So sorry if my voice sounds a little different because I am sick. But today I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a flip through of my reading journal. It took me literally a week to do this. Like, I just put so much effort into it. Obviously, it's not going to be a perfect journal, so I don't want you guys thinking it's going to be so perfect and stuff, because if I wanted a perfect journal, I could have just bought one already made for me. But no, I got creative with this one, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's not perfect, but it's good. It's perfect enough for me. So I did already read 2 books so far in 2025. So we're gonna do the flip through, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna fill in everything that we can fill in with these 2 books that we have read so far. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so this was my last journal from last year. I didn't really do good with filling it out because I just didn't like how it was formatted. I bought this from Amazon last year. I love the cover. It's like a soft cover and like the gold embroidered, and I just love the way it looks. So we had the index where I just put like all the books I read in their rating and then how many pages they were. This was okay. I liked that. It felt normal. Then we had my reading challenge, which was like a bookshelf. So I originally put 50 books as my goal, and then I changed it to 30 like halfway through the year. So that was also fun. Then we had my wish list of all the books I wanted to buy, and then I put like colored it in if I read the book. That was also fine. We had the book tracker, so if I lend a book or borrowed a book. And then this is where we get to like the reviews. So you fill in all of this and then you put your thoughts in quotes. But I just didn't like this part because not all the time I have like reviews for every single book. So I started doing really good, and then I started just getting lazy, and I just started, my sentences went from like full sentences like this to like very short sentences. It just kept getting worse and worse. Like, see this? And with like no quotes. I just don't like, I don't always have thoughts for every single book, so that's why I just didn't like the format of this. And then at the end you had your favorite books. These are all the books I rated 5 stars, and I put the genre, the title, and the author. And it did have like this little pocket back here too. But yeah, that was this journal. I didn't really like it, so I was like, you know what, next year I'm just gonna make my own, and I did. Took me a long time, but I'm really excited to show you guys. This is our amazing 2025 journal. I will put in the link in my bio of the journal that I got. I got it from Amazon. I just looked up dotted journal and I got purple. They had plenty different colors, but you know, of course I had to go purple, my favorite color. I decided to decorate it with some bookish stickers, give it a little pizzazz. And it has like this little string. So let's go ahead and open her up. Okay, so we have the intro page. This is not my favorite. I will be honest, I rushed through this. But we have the 2025 reading journal. I put a little cute forever reading sticker here. A picture of me in the middle with some like quoted pictures back there. Not really my favorite, but it's okay. We have the rating system. I really like this page. I like how I made like it like highlighted basically. And so we have 6 stars because I did realize in 2024 I did give like some 6 stars, all-time favorite books, so I decided to add that on here. So we have 6 stars, best book ever, would read again. 5 stars, so incredibly good, would recommend. 4 stars, really good, would recommend. 3 stars, she was good but not great, she's mid. 2 stars, horrible, never thinking of this book again. And 1 star, so bad, why didn't I DNF? I don't think I gave 1 star to any books last year because it's either I DNF it or the lowest I give is a 2 stars. I never really get to the 1 star point because I just would have already DNF'd it. Turning the page, we have my goals for the year. I love how this page turned out. Also, a little disclaimer, I got a lot of these ideas from TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest. So not all of them are my ideas, but I love this little letter coming out of an envelope. So my goals are read ACOTAR because I just need to know what like all of the hype around that series is. So I at least want to read like the first 2 books this year. Read more books off of my TBR. This one I definitely need to do because I plan on I'm not going on a book buying ban this year. I went on one last year. I'm not doing it this year, meaning I'm gonna have to try even harder to read books off my TBR because when I got my Kindle last year, it was a wrap. Like I just started reading everything on my Kindle. So we need to read more off of my physical TBR. Read more books than I did last year. So last year I read 31 books. So my goal is to at least read more than 31. Read more books I want to read, not because I feel I have to. A lot of the books I read last year, I read for YouTube videos. They weren't really like my choice. So this year I definitely want to do like some more just casual reading vlogs with books that I want to read. Post more on social media. I definitely need to do that, especially on YouTube. I literally post like once every 3 months, so it's really bad. I'm gonna get on track on YouTube, and same with TikTok. I want to at least post like a couple times a week. And then read 50 books. That is my goal for this year. If I read more, that's amazing, but my goal is definitely 50. I had that last year, and then I was always behind schedule, so I decided to change it to 30, but now we're going back up to 50. Then on this side, I have my book tracker, so I'm gonna color in a box every time I read a book. And I have my little key down here that was also on the ratings page. It's the same colors, but I put it like in this little format. I put like little thingies going around the 50 because that's when I've hit my goal. And I'm really excited for this. Moving on, we now have my bookshelf. I kind of made this look like a little window, and it's like this is like the outside of the window. I don't know if it really looks like that, but yeah, this is my bookshelf. I did some books. I did some like little decor around on the bookshelf. If I read, this is 50 books right here, but obviously if I read more, I'll add more. But yeah, it says I'm all booked for 2025. Thought that was really cute. I don't like the brown that I used for the bookshelf. I wish I used like a more woody brown, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna like fill it out and then like write the name of the book on the spine. Then we have 25 new releases I want to read in 2025. I'm going to quickly just read all the titles. So we have Ruled Out, Stealing Sunshine, Slow Burn Romance, The Love Haters, Overruled, Spiral, The Thrashers, Great Big Beautiful Life, One Golden Summer, Wild and Wrangled, Out of the Woods, Scythe and Sparrow, Beg, Borrow, or Steal, Say You'll Remember Me, Wild Side, Beautiful Ugly, Deep End, First Time Caller, Not Quite Dead Yet, Promise Me Sunshine, Summer in the City, The Crash, My Best Friend's Honeymoon, Cross-Checked, and Don't Let Him In. And I'm so excited about every single one of these. My goal is to really at least get like half of these done this year, because these are just such great books that are coming out this year. It's like kind of overwhelming. Like I need these authors to slow down, because what do you mean all of these new releases are coming out? Like I want to read all of them. Then we have 25 books on my TBR I want to read in 2025. So this is a mix of physical TBR, like that are on my priority, and Kindle TBR. So I'm gonna quickly go through these. One Last Stop, Mile High, Heartstopper, Magnolia Parks, Hello Stranger, Love Redesign, Done and Dusted, Powerless, Make the Season Bright, A Court of Thorns and Roses, Wild Love, Out on a Limb, Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, Every Summer After, Shatter Me, Flawless, Part of Your World, Lights Out, The Boyfriend, Twisted Love, Bride, The Sweetest Oblivion, Icebreaker, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and The Snowball Effect. These are books that I really want to get to in 2025, and this has like the same idea. I'm going to put a check mark next to when I read it, so This one I'll probably get more filled out than the 25 new releases since I own like most of these books. Then we have my series tracker. I'm really proud of this page. I think it came out really, really good. These are all the series that I'm in the middle of right now. So I'm in the middle of the Caraval series, The Improbable Meet Cute, Priest, If He Had Been With Me, The Housemaid, Bright Falls, and Addicted. Why is the Addicted series so long? I didn't even know it was this many books until I looked it up and I started writing them down. 10 books? That's actually crazy. But yeah, this is just the start of 2025 and I'm already in the middle of this many series. So I made this 2 pages because one page is already almost filled up. So I have a feeling I'm gonna get into a lot of series, but I really like how this turned out. Then we have my yearly stats. So every single month, January to December, I'm gonna answer like all of these things. So how many books I read that month, how many pages read, 5 stars given, physical books I read, audiobooks, ebooks, and then my favorite book of that month and my least favorite book of that month. And I'm just gonna write the numbers and all of it out for every single month, and we're gonna just see my yearly stats. Now we have my 2025 book bracket. So every single month I'm gonna put my favorite book of that month. Once this is all filled out, we're gonna go here and it's gonna be like probably like January against March, we'll say, and I'll put it right here, and we're just gonna see what my favorite book is until we like get to the final book and see which one is my favorite. And I'm gonna print out a picture of my favorite book of the year right there. I really like how this page turned out. It's just like very girly, you know? Like I just love everything about this page. I do realize that I missed highlighting right here, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. Now we have my DNF gravestone. So I printed out these little tombstones and I'm gonna put the book that I DNF'd. I had a lot of DNFs last year, so I'm hoping I don't have that many. I just printed out 3 to start with, and let's hope that it's just 3 this year that I DNF. And I just added some grass, and it's very plain, but like, you know, they're DNFs, so I don't really want to make it very cool. Favorite book of each month. I'm gonna print out the picture of my favorite book of each month. This is probably my least favorite page. I just feel like it's so bland, and they started getting closer and closer because I forgot there's 12 months, so I did these way too spread out, and then I got like smaller over here, but it's okay. Yeah, these 2 are probably like my least favorite, but I like the tombstones. So then we have my 5-star favorites. This is probably my other least favorite. I feel like it's very, very bland, but I'm gonna go ahead and print out pictures of my favorite, like of my 5 stars. And I already put like little brackets, and we're gonna put pictures there, and we're also gonna fill up this page too. And we have my YouTube and TikTok growth. So every single time I hit a milestone for YouTube and TikTok, I'm gonna color in the box. So I think I have like 7 followers right now on YouTube. So I started off with 10 as my first milestone and went all the way to 200. And then for TikTok, I have like 174 followers, I think. So I put 180 to start with all the way to 370. So that's why I definitely need to make sure I post more on social media so I can fill these in. I printed out these little logos. I really like it. And I love how like just vibrant these pages are. These are probably my favorite. We have my book bingo. I did this one in my last reading journal because I had 2 last year. The one I bought, and then I tried doing this last year and then gave up because it was just so bad. We have my book bingo. So every time I complete any of these tasks on the bingo, then I'm going to color it in. And the goal is to try and be able to get all of these done this year. So we have 5 stars, over 500 pages, LGBTQ plus main character, reread, complete a series, new release, read a book in 1 day, enemies to lovers, fantasy book, made me cry, free space, black author, DNF, cover that's your favorite color, adapted into a movie, number in the title, love triangle, buy book merch or like anything just bookish, summer book, and on TBR for more than a year. And some of these I will say I'll be able to color in today, but I love how this page turned out. Like, I feel like it turned out so good because instead of just writing them, I did like kind of like little drawings in some of them. So I really like how this turned out. Then we have my A to Z challenge. So every single time that a book starts with that letter, then I'm going to put the book next to the letter. I'm definitely not going to be probably able to get all these, like Z, X, V. Those are going to be like really hard to, and U are going to be really hard to fill in, but I'm going to try to fill in as much as I can. But yeah, I really like this one. Very cute, simple, but I'm excited to do this. Next we have reading prompts. So this is kind of like the book bingo, but it's just in a different format and has different questions. So we have a book shorter than 300 pages, a book written by one of your favorite authors, a holiday romance, a debut novel by a new author, a book set in a kingdom or featuring royalty, a novel set in a small town, set in your hometown or close to it, a graphic novel, a book with your least favorite color on the cover, a book you received on your birthday, and a book set in your favorite season. And I'm gonna like color in the box when I've done it and put the book that correlates to the prompt. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I love like challenge ones like this and like the book bingo because it's just so satisfying to do, you know? Then we have Read the Rainbow. So whenever I read a book that has like the main cover is like any of these colors, then I'll print out a picture and I'll put it on here, but it has to be mainly that cover. It can't like only have a little bit of that color. It has to be mainly the color. So I kind of like drew these like little picture frames. So I feel like that will turn out really, really cool, and hopefully I can fill it all in. Next, we have my January spread. So I did like little scarves, and I'm gonna just print out at the end of January, print out all the books that I read. I'm gonna decorate like the one side of the page to make it like kind of like correlate with that like month or season. And I'm gonna print out the pictures of all the books I read. I'll probably put like the aesthetic. I don't really know how I'm gonna do it yet. Maybe like the aesthetic of the month, some pictures I took that month. I kind of want to make it like a scrapbooky, but I'm not entirely too sure. But I'm gonna have to figure it out soon because we already are halfway through January. I might do it different every month. I'm not really sure, but I definitely know I'm gonna print out the book covers and put them on there. So I'm gonna do that at the end of January, which is why this is blank. And the next few pages are blank. So we have February, and it's just gonna go for all of the months. Next, we have my 2025 reading wrapped. So I'm going to answer all of these like things, and I'm gonna put like whatever I need to put next to these. So like how many books I read this year, my most read month, so the month I read the most books, my least read month, so the month I read the least amount of books, number of 5 stars given this year, number of DNFs given, most read author, pages read, fastest read, and slowest read. And I'm gonna fill this all out at the end of the year, so like in December at some point. And after I'm done with that, I'm gonna put this is supposed to say book of the year, not book of the month, but I'm gonna put my favorite all-time book and put that here, print that out here for my favorite book of the year. I really like how these pages came out too. They're very just pink. I didn't really want to do a theme with my first ever like reading journal because, well, my first reading journal that's like actually came out good, because I just feel like that's boring, like for all the pages to be the same. So I just did it like whichever colors I felt like doing on that page. Then we have my 6-star reads, because like I said, last year I did give out a lot of 6 stars. So I wanted to make a special something for my 6 stars. So let me show you. So when you turn the page, I did like a little scrapbooky look for my 6-star reads, because 6-star reads really means like that book is like my all-time favorite. It really like I related to so much stuff in the book, and it's just like amazing. So we have first, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This was my favorite book I read in 2024, and so far it's still my favorite because this book just really hit so hard. I'm definitely rereading this book, and I just wish everybody would reread this book. Or not reread, and I just really wish everybody would read this book. I printed out some like pictures of Evelyn and Celia. I printed out like her husband and I like put them all around. Some like pictures of just Celia, some pictures of just Evelyn. I didn't want to really print out like big pictures of her husbands because I don't like none of them. So they got little faces and just I put them around. And then I printed out some little quotes, which I won't read them to you, but I printed out some quotes and I just love how this page turned out. I love the scrapbooky idea and I just love these little I got these all from Pinterest. And I love this little like fan art. It's just, they're so nice. I love this page. Next we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I also love how this one came out too. The vibes are just giving A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And it's funny because today I just restarted the show. I'm re-watching it because I just missed this series so much. So yeah, I started it over. We have like Pip and Ravi. We have a missing Andy Bell poster. I took a lot of these photos are from the show, and then a lot of these are just like aesthetics of it, like Unknown Caller. Not all of these are from the first book, obviously, but we have like Pip's little like podcast setup, a map, Pip and Ravi, like just a girl and her dog, because this reminded me of like Pip and freaking her dog. A little persons of interest. Like I love everything about this page. It came out so good. I didn't want to do like a background because I feel like the white background kind of just goes with, you know, the series. So yeah. And last but not least, we have the Mindfuck series. This one is probably my favorite though, because I added so many pictures. I added the new book cover, and I added just a bunch of photos that like give off the Mindfuck series and the aesthetic, and I think I did really good. This literally gives the Mindfuck series. So we have like a phone with a knife that literally reminds me of Lana. We have this girl and she's holding a knife. FBI, a lot of like little quotes like Face of an Angel, Mind of a Killer. Like, this literally is stuff Lana would say, and I think she did. Like, this one she said, it literally says Lana Myers. And, yeah, I just printed out a lot of photos that, like, give off her and Logan. And I just love how this turned out. Like, this just turned out so freaking good. And I love it. I just love the little scrapbooky idea, because I feel like my 6-star reads are, like, my all-time favorites, so they have to get something special. That is it for my book. I'm definitely going to use this journal for next year, too. But I hope you guys enjoyed going through my book. Now we're going to go ahead and go back to the beginning, and we're going to fill out the things that we can fill out so far, because I read 2 books. And I love this little pouch because it keeps all of my stuff in here. Alright, so I can't fill in any of my goals, but my book tracker I can. So Cleat Cute I gave, I think, like a 3.5, I think. So we're just gonna color this in as a 3. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm filling this out. After a week's worth of hard work, I finally get to start filling it out. And then Hidden Pictures was a 5 stars, so we're gonna color it in purple. I don't have any like half stars or like 0.75, so we're just gonna like round it to whichever one it's closest to. We're gonna color in my bookshelf, so I'm gonna color in like what the spine looks like. I'm not gonna color in by rating since we already just did that on this page. So the spine of Cleat Cute is like mad different colors. I'm about to just go with like probably teal. Go ahead and write Cleat Cute. I don't know if it's gonna show up. Period. Cleat Cute. And in pictures has a red spine, so I should definitely do it red. but I can put hidden pictures in the 5 stars bracket. So I think I'm gonna put this one, even though it does cover up the little bracket, but it's okay. I do have my reading vlog of me reading this book in a 24-hour readathon, which should be up before this, so you guys will be able to see my reactions on hidden pictures. That's why I'm not talking about it. Well, should I fill it in purple or should I fill it in pink? I feel like my whole thing is pink, so maybe I should just do pink. So we already just got a 5 stars, meaning we can fill in the 5-star slot. 5 stars, so like my first book, 2024, was a 5 stars. LGBTQ plus main character. Cleat Cute is a sapphic book, so we can color in this one. Read a book in one day, though, I did do because it was for a 24-hour readathon, so I did do that. Oh, made me cry. Believe it or not, hidden pictures at the end of the book did make me cry, so we will be coloring that one in. Now we have the free space. Go ahead and color this one in too. We're gonna put hidden pictures in the H. Not too much of my handwriting. And then Cleat Cute in the C. Because January isn't over yet, so I'm not gonna put these in, but I would like print these into the January. So that is it. That is all we can fill out. We actually filled out a lot more than I thought we were gonna fill out, so that's really good. Okay, and that is it. If you guys enjoyed me filling out my reading journal, go ahead and comment and give this video a like. And comment if you want to see me just like filling out my reading journal and like random vlogs, because I will happily do that. And if you guys want to take some inspiration from this for your reading journal, please go ahead. This is what this video is for inspiration. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed. I'm like actually so excited for this reading journal. I get to fill it out all year, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.